This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today we are going to be talking about a game that I was on the fence about and I wanted to wait a little bit, but I've got to thank Ignacy and Portal Games for sending over the expansions like right away, and then I've played most of the weekend just playing this game, and that is 11 Football Club Manager. I'm going to go down to the table and I'm going to break it into sections, okay? Because if I sat here with all the boards out and try to explain everything, it'd be very confusing to you. So I want to just give you a quick overview and show you what the different things are that you can do and why you do them, working your way to a match and how that works out. Then on the other side, we're going to talk about 11 and whether or not you should go get this game. So without further ado, let's go down to the table and check it out. So what I'm going to do is, so I don't take a long time explaining this, because a lot of you have seen this and you kind of want to just get what I think about this, and you've been investigating, you've been on the fence with it, some of you that have written me. But what you're going to do is you are going to start off with one of your first sections here. And what you're going to do is you're going to have a scenario, basically a scenario. And this is the starting scenario, which is surviving the third division. You're going to have certain goals, setup changes, because this is a very big imprint. And that's why I'm kind of breaking this down into a couple different sections, so you just kind of give you a really good overview. But the real thing I want to talk about is when we go back up top, how I feel about this game. Your reputation problems, the scenario results, what's going to happen, how you're going to do certain things. Now, what you're going to have is you're going to have certain random directors that you're going to have in here. So, you'll have, you're going to pick a bunch of different directors. And the really neat thing about this is on Monday, the board always meets. So they're going to make a decision on something. So over here, you're going to start, I believe you start with 2 resources each, okay? Now don't let this fool you, this Euro feel to it, because this actually is just a tremendous football simulator in a lot of ways. What you're going to do is you're going to have a certain event, and they're going to be different colors: yellow, blue, and then red. And you're going to roll your dice, and I got a 2 there. So that's going to be, well, 2, which is a yellow, which means she votes for the yellow part. 2, which would be blue, and then blue. So blue wins the majority at 2. So we would do exactly what this card says. Now this card in particular here is fan donation, okay? One of the fans made a large donation to the club. They wanted us to invest it the right way. Where should it go? Well, the board decided to the team. New board games in the player's home. So you're going to be deducted, like here, boom. You're going to lose a fitness, and then you're going to place a hot marker, a power marker on any of your defenders. So you're going to get a defensive power. We'll explain what that does later. You're going to go through the days of the week, which is really fascinating, because Monday is board meeting day, and then you're going to do your actions on Tuesday, which we're going to come up to, and then match day is on the weekend. So this little bit here is how you're going to start generating certain things, and you're going to be able to spend them in each turn. As you go up and down in these, it's going to determine how you spend your resources on your actions. So we're going to go over to the next board, and we're going to talk about some of the actions that you can do. Now, Tuesday through Wednesday, you are going to be doing certain actions. One of them is going to be improving your stadium, okay? You're going to try to get sponsors, because you can always have people on your shirt. So you're going to try to get that, and you're going to get a benefit from that. And it's going to give you certain things that are going to help you afford different players and stuff like that. So one of the things that you're always going to want to do is get a good, solid sponsor. You're going to have 5 of these out, and you're going to be able to pick from the first 3. And then after you pick one, you're going to be able to slide those up a certain way. So for instance, if we decided, well, People's News is what we really want to do, we're going to get certain benefits from it. Wow, that's going to be on our shirt, okay? So that's how we want to do. We're going to want to improve the stand so we can put more fans in there. That's going to generate a lot more money, okay? Then there's certain other improvements that you can do throughout this to give you certain bonuses to your stadium as you improve your stadium. Oh, let's have better lights and stuff like that. Oh, better groundskeeping and things like that. As you improve this, it's going to help your team along, because the main thing here is you're going to want to get the best players out there as well as the best staff. On that card that I just showed you, one of the things that I did not show you on the bottom of that is that they have a thing for staff, and staff are going to help you. You're going to want to have stewards. There's doctors, there's scouts. A doctor is going to help you, especially as players get injured. You're going to have mental trainers, okay, fitness trainers, youngster trainers. We'll talk a little bit about that as we go ahead. Resource manager, how somebody's going to help you along. Every facet of a football team is where this all comes in. So the stadium is another section where you're going to be working and trying to develop. Now again, I'm not going over all the rules here, but you're going to see this when we do a live play, because this is something really special that I plan on doing something special with. I've got a few ideas in my head, but we'll talk more about that. I want to go to the next, which is really for me the heart of this game, and where it was a make or break part of the game for me. Now this is where this game really shines, and I really look forward to this, because you do all those other things to get to this point. At the end of the weekend, you're playing a game. All right, so you want to make sure that you made purchases during the week and got new players on the team. You got them leveled up. You got them in the right fitness, because they can get injured. And if they get injured, well, guess what? You may lose your star player for a game. Okay, and there's a consequence map here, which really makes things random. The randomness is really what makes this great. So you start out in Division 3 here. So you're doing all these things. You're trying to get up and not get relegated, of course. You're going to have certain tactics that you're going to put into play here. So, for instance, here, I'm using a 3-4-3. You have a little hint here of what they bring to the table, okay? Division 3, they play a 4-4-2. All right, so you know that's coming at you. And then they give you a little bit of a hint of what's going on. So you get your players in the right position and where you need to. And you have to be careful, because there's certain events that will make them get injured and miss a game when you really need them. The real cool part about this is that when the match is being played, you don't know what's underneath here. You're going to turn that over, and boom, okay? This is going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, okay? And you're going to go down columns, okay? And for instance here, they are attackers, okay? And they like to attack. So we start in this column here, okay? They have nobody there to defend, but their goaltender can defend too. But my guy has a power of 3, okay? So we're going to score. Oh, I think he has that one. Oh, no, he has that one there. And he would use, well, I think he would stop him, actually, if you really think about it. Yes, that would use everything that he has up, okay? So he wouldn't score. Then we would go here, okay? I don't have a defender here, so they would score, okay? So we'll just give them one. But also, they don't have a defender here, so I would score, okay? because remember, we used up everything here. So it's 1. Whoops, 1, 1. Okay, down here, I have a defender who is number 2. He is going to block that shot. Okay, so they do not score there. Then we would come over here. They would shoot. Okay. Oh, a matter of fact, I have a guy with a glove, so that would block that, and they would not score. Oh, okay, because you always have at least one in the goalkeeping net, but that is used up if I don't have anybody to block it. So right now I'm winning 1-0. Okay, they're going to shoot. Now anybody that is not a star player has a 1 power. They're shooting 1 power against my 1 power. That's going to cancel out. Now we're going to come up here. They're going to shoot 1 power. Okay, no problem. Okay, I have somebody with 1 power that will defend that. I have a defender here that wipes that out. Here's where it gets a little complicated. They have 3 defense all around here. Yeah, I ain't shooting in there. So that's that. Then you come over to this column. Okay, I am shooting. They don't have a defense. But I think that 1 there would block that, to be honest with you. I think it's always there. So that would go through. Yes, it would. So, okay, so it's 1. So I would say that they block that. But over here, also, they have a 1, and I have an offensive guy. So they score. So it's 1-1. All right? Defense here and a defense here. And guess what? It's a 1-1 draw. Okay, so that's all cool and dandy. Then at the end of the match, there is a consequence. Did we draw? Well, we're going to have to roll on this table. 1. So somebody's going to get a double injury, and we would roll on a die until one of these numbers come up, 10, 9, or 12. We do have an 11-sided die here, okay. So you would keep on rolling until that player comes up. Let's see if we could do it on the first time. 2, of course. Perfect. He would be out for 2 matches. That's a big, devastating blow to us. Okay? So now we have an injury. Do we have a doctor in our staff in that other sheet? That's really going to kind of matter. This is where this game really just... all those management things that you do get you ready for this match for on the weekend, and you're going to play over a number of weeks depending on the scenario and so forth and so on, and see where you end up. Now yes, you are trying to get the most victory points as possible, because that's going to rate you as a certain to a certain point. And if you're playing against friends and stuff like that, it's whoever has the highest victory points. You could play wins and losses and setting certain goals, because there is a solo expansion to this that really just shines. Now we're going to go to the last board here that I want to show you, and I want to show you this part because this part's even better. So then we go to the final phase of the week, and I tried to show you all the different phases, but this all lays out together. Okay, so every phase I've went through, you're going to see it's all laid out together. And you're going to be playing this thing, and you're going to feel really like a manager. Let's just say our team's here at 0 points, okay? And we have a couple of other teams here that we are going to be playing against, okay, through our whole season. This is where you find out where they rank, okay? So say we drew, okay? So at the end of week 1, we're there, okay? And then the other team that let's just say it's them, they drew as well. Now we have to roll for the other teams to see where they show up. Blue, we roll a die. Oh, they won, right? All right, so they're in first, okay? Then the next team is red. We're going to roll for them. Of course they win. All right, and this is where the randomness really gets glorious. Oh, look, we got another team that drew, okay? All right, good. And then the red team, 3, they've won. So we're sitting in last place, ready for relegation, and there's a couple other teams. So now we go back to Monday, and we're going to work our way, to another match, and hopefully we can catch some of these teams. Okay, let's say that we won, okay, the next week, all right? And now we're at 4 points. Okay, we lead the table. That's awesome. And there's a problem here, though. We got to roll. We're going to roll for Blackston. Well, they won, so now they're ahead of us. Great. because that's all I seem to do is roll threes. Well, no, that was good because now this team is tied with us. Okay, then the next team here, blue, and they won. So we got 2 people tied at the top of the league. Then down here, we got to hope for some bad results. Okay, that was good. So they're on 2 points. And then finally, the Bulls here. Let's see what they do. Oh, they didn't do too well. So they're sitting at the bottom of the table. And we're in the middle of the pack. So we're making our move. Okay, so this becomes a game all into itself, trying to work your way up to the table. Okay, and trying to get to, the highest amount of victory points you can get, but also winning the table. That may be a condition of one of the cards, of the scenario cards and stuff like this. This has a Euro feel, but I'm going to talk more about it because I was very on the fence with this until I got the expansions, and we're going to talk more about those up top. There is a reason Ignatian Portal games have been around for a long, long time. Thomas Jansen, excuse me, a name. Excuse me for screwing up your name. This may be the. Now listen, I want to tell you something. My favorite football game is Sabutio, but it's a total different game. It's laid out. You've got the figures, and you're doing a lot of flicking, and it takes skill and this and the other. I love Sabutio, and I'll play it by myself all the time. God, you guys seen me and the Tiger do it all the time. I've been starving for a very good football game. There hasn't been any on the market. Okay, they've come out. It's always very. This covers so much and does so much. This may be the greatest football game ever made, especially a managerial type of game. It has that computer feel from the old Football Manager that you would play back on your Amiga. Okay, I feel that when I play that. There's a depth to it. People may say it's kind of random, this, that, and the other. No, that just makes you have to think a little harder, and people hate to think. Okay, I got everything in position. I should be good. Uh-oh, here comes a random event. That's life, folks. It's random. And this has to be considered. I mean, I didn't stop playing this all weekend. That's a testimony to Portal games and what they do. Okay? A matter of fact, I saw that they're doing a release of 51st State, a game I never played. I heard so many things about it. I'm bringing it in. It's a Portal game. Portal games are fantastic. And I've yet to run into one that I don't like. And they have done something that have opened my eyes, and this is the greatest football managerial game I've ever played that I can sit there and I can really think about. Now, I was on the fence with it because I wanted a little bit more. Well, guess what, folks? The International Cup, okay? You don't want to mix all these together. It's too overwhelming. Don't do that, okay? Take and play things separately. The International Cup, what that does is, if you remember me explaining, on Monday, you have your board meeting, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you do your actions. Well, this slips Champion League in there. They can't say Champion League, but I can because nobody's going to come after me. So they call it the International Cup. So now you've got to concentrate and really keep your guys a certain way. You've got to have a good bench. You got to, make sure that you're spending your money correctly because you have Champions League in the middle of the week. Glorious. And then the solo campaign. Are you freaking kidding me? I play both of these separately, and they're just glorious. And what they do, they really push it to the limit. And this is what I really love about this. I haven't even gotten to the other three here. The stadium expansion, I can imagine what that does. The unexpected events, really? How many more unexpected things can you happen in this game that you try to plan for and you get punched in the face? I don't care. I love it. I'm playing it. And then international players. We know how difficult international players can be. Okay, no problem. This is how you even add even more. So adding this in, and I want to do these separately and not overwhelm myself, but by just adding certain parts, this is just fantastic. I have to tip my hat off to Mr. Jansen and of course Ignacy. Ignacy, you brilliant human being, you. I knew you were great the minute you told me that you were a Blood Bowl player. Okay, but to come up with this, fantastic. There's no holes in it. There's no scratching your head in it. Once you see it and you get it and you follow through with it and you feel the flow of it, it becomes like second nature and you are in and you are hooked. And I'm telling you right now, I haven't stopped playing it and I don't plan on stopping playing it anytime soon. Go out and get it while you can. I'm telling you, this is something special. Even if you're not a football fan, okay? Soccer here in America, which I hate saying because I hate MLS. I only follow the Premier League because it's the best league in the world. Okay, I know La Liga is good too and all that, but being an American, I'm telling you right now, this is one of my favorite sports games of all time, or already, just because I've not been able to put it down. The imprint is huge. You sit there, and when you sit behind this, you feel like you're running a club. And then you're all worked up for game day. That's what you want. That's the feel of a game that you want. Congratulations to everybody over at Portal. This is fantastic. Go out and get this. I'm giving it one of my highest marks ever, and I'm telling you right now, go get this. You won't be disappointed. I'll put my reputation on the line for it. You'll love it. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.